Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jonah Carino. My name sign is JC. I grew up as a deaf boy of Filipino heritage here in Hawaii, and I would like to share something from a Walt Disney film named Meet the Robinsons. In that movie, there was a quote that was very, very well known, which says, "Obsessing on the past is worthless. You should open yourselves up to trying new things, and that should be the way to lead the world." And I want to share with you what the difference that I found was between being successful and success. There is a difference, and I want to share with you from my own personal experiences. And in looking back, I had three very, very major experiences that shaped who I am. I went to the Youth Leadership Camp in Oregon. I went to NTID and RIT, which is in New York. It's the National Technical Institute for the Deaf, as well as Rochester Institute of Technology, and then also within the deaf community here in Hawaii. So back in 1998, I was a high schooler and I went to the Youth Leadership Camp. I was able to meet many deaf role models, and I just happened to see a gentleman by the name of Frank Turk. He was an older gentleman who was also deaf, but very, very strong in supporting youth like myself. He was a gruff and husky man. However, he was very, very inspirational, and many of us took his words to heart. He said, "Leaders take action. They don't just talk. Do it, don't talk." And we also learned that if you work alone, you're never going to succeed. Something will go wrong. But if you can work as a team with good leadership, you will always succeed. Being arrogant and thinking you know how to do everything does not make a good leader. And then the year was 1998. I graduated high school at 18 and I attended NTID. I was a brand new student and really was feeling lost because I didn't know anybody there until I met Carl Mikasa, who was also deaf, from a local Japanese family and quite intelligent. So he and I got to talking and he invited me to join a deaf group there. And it was the Asian Deaf Club, ADC. And so at the ADC, we used to talk about social life. We would just get together for gatherings and just share experiences. And Carl did teach me something that I never forgot. He said to me, "Welcome to college life. You may fail, you may stumble and fall, but you have to keep getting up and persevere. And that you can do this. You have to believe that you can be successful like me. I've gone through it, and so will you." And so I did finish school there, and I returned back to Hawaii in 2001. There was a person in the deaf community who invited me to join into an organization because they said they saw that I had great potential as a leader. That was the Aloha State Association for the Deaf, also known as ASAD. After some thought, I thought I'd go ahead and join. And in 2005, sure enough, I was voted in as the youngest president ever in history for this organization. But when I got to my role, I noticed there were many barriers. For example, there was not much cooperation, not too much support. There was a lot of finger pointing or people saying, I can't, I don't have time." And I felt unsatisfied with what we were giving to the deaf community. Therefore, I got more involved. And on a personal note, I decided to go back to school so that I could further my knowledge and be more adept in the hearing community. And my goal is to continue until I meet my goals. In looking back on my history, I did face a lot of challenges, but I learned to expect the unexpected. I want to say thank you, and I'll never forget Carl and Frank for being very instrumental in their support of me in my growing years. They taught me the value of life and helped me in my personal growth to me being who I am today. Had I not left the island when I did, I would not be the person you see before you. Thank you for attention and watching my commencement speech.